Good morning, scholars. Welcome back to another day of guided reading. I hope you guys are ready to learn, grow those brains today. I hope you are ready to get smarter and get ready for second grade. Today, we're going to start off with a little bit of a different warm-up to get our brains ready. So we know that we've been talking about character feelings, we've been talking about. And so today, we're going to think about how you feel in certain instances. So it says on the screen, what is something that makes you feel excited? So first we're going to start with excited. So I want you to pause your video and tell me something that makes you feel excited. Go ahead and do that now. I feel excited when I win a basketball game. That's something that makes Ms. Rossi feel excited. Let's go to the next one. What is something that makes you feel proud? Pause your video and tell me something that makes you feel proud now. Miss Rossi feels proud when she gets a 3 or a 4 on her literacy work or her math work or her science work. I feel proud of myself, and you all should feel proud when you get those 3s and 4s also. Let's move to the next one. What is something that makes you feel nervous? What is something that might make you feel nervous? Pause your video and answer the question now. Sometimes Miss Rossi gets nervous when she has to talk to a big, huge group of people, or when I have to go on stage for something. Sometimes I might get butterflies in my stomach. It might make me feel nervous. All right, last one, friends. What is something that makes you feel sad? What is something that might make you feel sad? Pause your video and answer the question now. Nice job sharing something that might make you feel sad. We're just pretending here, so I hope you're not really sad. But something that might make me feel sad is when I have to say goodbye to friends, or when I can't see my scholars, like right now. That might make me feel a little bit sad. Maybe you're saying that you're sad that you're not in school today. If you are saying that, we miss you also, friends, okay? Now I want you to look at the picture we have on the screen. In this picture, I see a whole bunch of characters with their faces in different ways, because these characters have different character feelings. They have different character. So they feel unsure, angry, surprised, thoughtful, silly, nervous, unwell, shocked, sad, happy, cross, pleased, upset, worried. So you might feel these emotions too, and we're going to read a story today about a girl who feels all different kinds of emotions. Let's go ahead to our first strategy. We know that this week we are making inferences. So an inference is a guess. An inference is a. So the author doesn't tell us everything in our story. The author only tells us some things. And so sometimes we need to make a guess. We need to make a. We need 2 things to make an inference. 2 things we need to make an inference. Pause your video and tell me what 2 things we need to make an inference now. All right, all of my first grade friends should know that we need text evidence, and we need schema, remember, schema is what you know. Do it with me. Schema is, all right, hands up, back down too slow, hands up. All right, we need text evidence, we need schema, and schema is what you know. Schema is, excellent. And we also know that we have a sentence stem in order to give those second grade inferences. I want you to read the sentence stem with me on 2. 1, 2. In the story I read, so that makes me think blank. Notice how my hands are showing when I'm using text evidence and schema. So I want you to watch me one more time, and then we're going to do it together. In the story I read, here's my text evidence. So that makes me think, now I'm using my schema. So that makes me think, and I'm going to give an inference. I'm going to give a. All right, do it with me. Get ready on 2. 1, 2. In the story I read blank. So that makes me think blank. I love that if you use your fingers and your hands with me to remember how we can give an inference as an answer. Excuse me, friends. Let's move on to our next strategy that we've already talked a little bit about today. Character feelings we're talking about. So in our story, we know that we have characters. Those are the people that our story is about. And characters feel different things based on something that happens in the story. So today in our story, this girl goes through lots of different things and feels lots of different character feelings. So when we talk about character feelings, we are also going to use our inferential sentence stem to help us give those second grade answers. So read the sentence stem with me on 2, 1, 2. In the story, I read blank. So that makes me think blank. If you did your hand motions with me, awesome job. If not, we're gonna do it one more time. On 2, 1, 2. In the story, I read blank. So that makes me think blank. Nice job. All right, we're gonna get started reading our book today. The book is called Changes. The book is called, and we know that a change is when something was one way, but then it becomes a whole different way. So in our story today, we have this girl, and she goes through a lot of changes in her life. So things are happening to her that are different than how they used to be. I like this book because for all of us right now, we are all going through changes because right now we're not at school and we should be at school. Right now, Miss Rossi is in Ohio, but I should be in Illinois. So there are lots and lots of changes. Maybe you are staying with cousins or aunts or uncles or visiting someone that you normally might not visit. Those are changes. Those are things that are changing and happening. Another change for all of you is going to be that when you come back to school, you're going to be in second grade. That's a big change. So in this book today, we're going to read about how this girl deals with the changes in her life. And I hope that you also can learn something about the changes in your life, okay? Now, this book is getting really close to a second grade level book. So this is a level J, and level K books are second grade books. So we're really close. So if you need to take your time today to read through the words, that's okay. Please take as long as you need. Please make sure you're getting the words correct. Thumbs up if you're with me. Okay, let's get started. Friends, pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Awesome reading, friends. Keep going. Keep showing endurance. I want you to pause your video and read through page 6 now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Ooh, on this page, you guys read about her being in a new second grade classroom. Very exciting. Let's go to the next page. Pause your video and read through this page now. I want you to try your best on the character names. Go ahead and read this page now. Raise your hand if you've been reading through all the words in this book. Raise your hand if you've looked for some blends, ends, or vowel teams to read through the words in this book. All right, excellent job. These are some second grade words in here, but I know that you can do it, so keep going. Pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Nice job, friends. We're almost done. Keep going. 2 more pages. Friends, pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through this page now. Pause your video and read through the last page of the book now. All right, friends, excellent job reading through the words. Now, this was a little bit of a longer book. This book had some juicier words in it because that's what second grade is going to be like. Yay, so exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and get started answering some questions about the book Changes. Let's make sure this is working for Miss Rossi. Okay, what are some things that change? What are some things that change? I want you to look at your pictures and your words to answer the question. Pause your video and answer the question. What are some things that change? In the story, I see that the weather changes, the clock changes, and even people change. That is what the text and the pictures are showing me in this book. I could also say that, let's see, animals change, they grow up. I could say that the seasons change. I could say that the whole world changes. Like right now, we're all having a virus, so the whole world is changing. There are lots of different things that change. Let's go ahead to the next page. Nice job. How does the girl feel about things that change? How does she feel about things that change? Pause your video and answer the question now. In the story I read that she says sometimes she doesn't feel good about the changes, but then it gets better. So at first she doesn't like change, but then it gets better for her. So she changes the way that she feels about changes. It's a little juicy, friends. How does she feel when Taffy runs away? Pause your video and answer how she feels when Taffy runs away. This one should have been pretty easy, friends, because the author did tell us how she feels. So in the story I read, that she says, I miss Taffy and I am sad. So that makes me think that she is sad that her cat ran away. Nice job if you got that one correct. What makes her feel better about her lost cat? What makes her feel better about her lost cat? Pause your video and answer the question now. In the story I read, that Dad says that she can get another kitten. So that makes me think that she is excited about getting another kitten and that makes her feel better. Awesome job, friends. So she says, I will miss Taffy, my cat, but I feel better about this change because I'm going to get a new cat. Even though it's not the exact same, it's still something that will make me feel better. Nice job. How does she feel when her friend Robin moves away? How does the girl feel when her friend Robin moves away? Pause your video and answer the question now. In the story I read, that she says she wishes Robin was here to play with her. So that makes me think, if I had a friend that I wish was here to play with me, so that makes me think that the girl misses her friend Robin. She misses her. She wishes she was there to play with her. So that makes me think that the girl misses Robin. Where does Robin live now? Where does Robin live now? Robin now lives in the mountains. Yeah, she lives far away in the mountains. So the girl's going to go visit her on an airplane. Next question. How does the girl feel about her new class? How does she feel about her new class? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story I read, that she says, I was scared of the new children and I was afraid that they wouldn't like me. So that makes me think that the girl is nervous or scared of being in her new classroom. And that is totally okay, friends. If you are nervous or scared, I know that we in University of Chicago talked about in the beginning of the year how some of us might be scared or nervous to start in first grade, but you guys did it and you're all doing an excellent job. And soon you'll all be starting second grade. So it's okay to be nervous or scared, but just like the girl in the story, sometimes you have to understand that things are going to change a little bit, and that's okay. Let's see what happens next. What makes the girl happy? What makes the girl happy on this page? Pause your video and answer that question now. This answer comes right from our text evidence, friends. It says, now I am happy because I have made lots of new friends. So the girl is happy because she has new friends like Sarah and Anna and Mary Lou. The other thing I want to note is that she loves her class and her teacher. Show connection if you love your class and all of your teachers. I definitely love my class and I definitely love the other teachers in first grade, just like she does. So even though your class might change and your teachers might change, you can still make lots of new friends and you can still grow to love your classmates and your teachers just like the girl in this story does. What change does the girl face on this page? What change does the girl face on this page? Reread your words and answer that question now. In the story, I see that Mom started a new job. So Aunt Barbara is at her house after school. So Mom has a new job, and so Mom can't be home when the girl gets home from school anymore. So instead of having Mom home after school, now she has her Aunt Barbara home. That is the change that she faces on this page. This page I love because I know that all of you have been watching Miss Javity's math videos. Show connection if you've been watching Miss Javity's math. Awesome. If you haven't, please make sure you do that right after this video. Thank you. I see in this picture there's a clock, and in the story the girl says when the hands of the clock point straight up and straight down, mom comes home from work. Now this is a juicy question, okay? We call this cross curriculum because we're in literacy right now, but now we're gonna do a little bit of math talk. So I want you to pause your video and tell me, what time does the girl's mom come home from work? Ooh, what time does the girl's mom come home from work? Pause your video, look at your clock. There is one hand pointing straight up, one hand pointing straight down. All right, pause your video and tell me what time the girl's mom comes home from work. Okay, friends, I see that the big hand, the minute hand, is pointing at the 12. So that means there are 0 minutes. And I see that the hour hand is pointing to 6. So, oh, I forgot you can do this on the screen. So this means o'clock, and this is 6. So we have 6 o'clock. Raise your hand if you got the answer right, that her mom comes home from work at 6 o'clock. Awesome. I love that we just did a little bit of math in our guided reading. Next question, back to literacy. How does she feel when mom comes home? Pause your video and answer that question now. Right from the text, it says that when mom comes home, it makes me happy. So the girl feels happy when her mom comes home from work. Excellent job. Let's go ahead to the next page. What changes with the girl? What changes with the girl? Pause your video and answer that question now. She lost her first tooth. So her tooth comes out, and that is a change that this girl faces. Many of you have had teeth fall out. Many of you I've talked to on the phone, and you've said, whoa, my teeth is loose, or my tooth fell out, or the tooth fairy visited. So exciting. That is a change that a lot of first graders have. They lose teeth, you grow bigger, you grow out of clothes and shoes. Those are all things that happen at your age, and that's okay. What did the girl get for losing her tooth? What did the girl get for losing her tooth? Pause your video and answer that question now. She got a surprise. She got a note from the tooth fairy, and she got a coin. Very exciting, very big girl changes. All right, this is my favorite page of the whole book. Why does the girl talk about how caterpillars change into butterflies and acorns grow into trees? Why does the girl tell us that caterpillars become butterflies and acorns become trees? Pause your video. This is a big inference. Pause your video and tell me, why is the girl telling us about the changes of a caterpillar and an acorn? Pause your video and answer that now. In the story, the girl says that caterpillars become butterflies and acorns become trees. So I know that the caterpillar grows into a butterfly and an acorn grows into a tree. So that makes me think that even though things like caterpillars and acorns also face changes, we as humans face changes too. And just like the butterfly is beautiful and the tree is beautiful, us humans can grow and change into something beautiful too. So the girl says that we aren't the only things that change. Butterflies change, caterpillars change, acorns change. There are lots of changes that happen in the world. Changes don't just happen to humans. That's why the girl's telling us. Awesome job if you tried your best on that inference. Let's go to our last page. She says, do you think someday I will change and be a grown-up? Friends, do we think that one day she's going to change into a grown-up? Yes. How does the girl feel about the fact that one day she will change into a grown-up? Pause your video and answer that question now. In the story, I see that she is being thoughtful, she is thinking, and she says, I think I will be an artist. So that makes me think that she is excited about growing up, or she feels content about growing up, or she is okay with growing up. She's not nervous or scared. She knows that she's going to change and become an adult. And guess who else is going to change into an adult one day? You, and you, and you, and me. I guess you could say I'm already kind of an adult, but soon not soon, but you guys will grow up and you guys will have jobs. You might have a family. You might live in a different city. You might stay in Chicago. There's going to be lots of things that change when you get bigger. I want you to remember that things are also changing for you now, and that is okay. All right. So she, in the story, says she's going to change one day into an artist. Very exciting. My last question is this. My challenge question, my second grade question. What is something that has changed for you, and how does it make you feel? Before you answer this question, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Miss Rossi has had a change because I was in Chicago and now I'm in Cleveland. So I had a change where I now am staying with my parents at their house. And that change has made me feel excited and relaxed. And so that's a change that I faced, and I told you how I feel about it. So I want you to think of a change that you have faced. Maybe you share a room now, or maybe you got a new computer for remote learning, or maybe you are staying inside the house more than you usually do. So tell me about something that has changed for you and how you feel about it. Pause your video and answer that question now. All right, friends, I want to challenge you to tell your teachers when they call you what is something that has changed for you and how you felt about it, okay? You can tell those teachers to your stories or a sibling or a parent if you would like to. Let's go to our last page. Our brains just got such a workout in. Miss Rossi chose this picture of the brain that is smiling, lifting weights, because just like this brain, your brains just got bigger because you just read an almost second grade level book and you talked with me through all the answers. I am so proud of all of you, and I want you to keep up the hard work. I know you can do it. Okay, friends, see you next time. Good job. Bye.